Look, okay. All right, we got Nate on the sub rogue here. Honestly, judging by this UI, this is European for sure. This is European for sure. I mean, I used to use the Golden Elite Dragon
How does
thing
he know?
too. I mean,
How does he know?
action bar setup, names we're seeing. This is absolutely European.
He's
Guys,
not wrong.
European. Everyone's saying European, the greatest region in the game.
It
We're
is
about to see right now. We have a viewer in
facts.
chat submitting their gameplay. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Let's put it over here. So we got. Oh yeah, this is very European. We're in a sub rogue boomkin Rhett Ellie tough lobby already off the bat. Doesn't look good. All these classes look obnoxious as hell. I'm not liking any of it. This is not great. Swift Zillion Panther, try hard transmog. Yeah, this has to be at least 2200. This has got to be 22
Oh no,
2200.
no, nobody
No,
tell him.
no one just mounts up with try hard transmogs, try hard UIs. I mean, this is 2200 at least. I'm thinking.
What?
Checking our talents. Oh, we're playing my build. 2400. 2400. My
Nobody
build.
tell him.
Yeah,
Nobody tell him.
probably.
Don't tell him.
Probably 2400 Bobby here. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. Smart enough to use my talents. Yeah, that's definitely rating gain easily.
It's a pretty good build. Pretty good build.
Okay. All right. Twitch chat emotes in WoW chat 1800 minus 500 MMR.
What
Yeah, this guy
the?
says,
What?
yeah, but
What?
I don't even know what this is. What is this add-on? I mean, we're going right back down.
What?
We're back to 1800.
What?
There's no way. I don't know
Okay,
what that's.
no.
I can't
I'm
even.
pausing it 1 second. Twitch emotes add-on in WoW is the best add-on. If you don't have it, get it. It's insane. You have Twitch chat in WoW. What else? What more is there to say? Honestly, it's the best add-on ever, ever. If you don't have it, you're trolling. Simple as that.
You literally can't even see the word they're typing.
You
It's
could
it's
hover.
some.
You could hover over the word if you don't know what they're typing, and it will tell you what they typed to get that emote. Just so you know. Okay. Yeah. Just thought I'd add that in as well.
Ellie
In
Twitch
my
add-on
defense.
in game 1800. 1800.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not far
Sure.
off what the actual
Okay.
MMR is. So
1800. That's what
fair
we're going
enough.
with already. Just
Fair
judging by the
enough.
add-ons, judging by what I'm even seeing, I don't even know what that
I'm
is.
pissed.
Okay.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, we're debating dismantle. I wouldn't play dismantle here. I would go sprint freedom.
Yeah, I think that was
Guys, disarming a rep paladin does nothing. They cast spells. You sprint freedom versus Ellie shamans especially because they have a root totem, right? And you're constantly slowed. So sprint freedom gets you out of that root.
yeah. So that's the first mistake that I make in this game. I do agree that I should be sprint freedom into this. I was debating it because ret their main burst cooldowns are spells. You know, they hold you into Divine Toll, into Final Reckoning, into Wake of Ashes. And that pretty much is their banger abilities, three in a row. And but after that, they have to kind of cast Final Verdict, and that does a lot of damage too, and it does require a melee weapon to do that. So I was in my head, I was just like, maybe it's worth, but I think overall in this lobby with Ellie slows, Ellie roots, and evoker roots as well, I think Spirit Freedom would have been the better choice for sure.
Let's see. Let's see what we got. I'm thinking. Wait, I'm playing with the Boomkin. I can try to sap the Evoker stacks. Let's do that. One. When you're trying to sap Evoker stacks versus better players, what they're gonna do is they're gonna use that Earthquake ability to try to pull you out of stealth. So when you're sapping, you want to sap from the side back, or just from the side or behind them. When you run in front, you run the risk of getting earthquaked out. So that's a little sidebar. Is you sap once and you never stack this close to him, right? Because you're already sprinted, so you have the move speed, and when you're this close, he can actually see you. So if you stayed back a sec, you'd have a little better stat positioning, but it's all good. So you get three.
That is a good point as well. Another note to another thing worth noting is that, yeah, like he said, just to make sure that you have a good position when you're trying to sap off the evoker stacks, because Obviously, when as you climb higher in the bracket, evokers will notice their shroud stacks reducing, and then they will try to aim backwards or somewhere and try to like AoE you out with that earthquake. And yeah, so it's a good idea to, like as you said, just to stay either behind them or behind them on the side, just to kind of throw them off and maybe reduce the chances of you getting knocked out for sure. Yeah, unless you get knocked out.
right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
He only put it backwards because he knew he saw you, right? And then, another side note, you get knocked out. This doesn't put you in combat. So you re-stealth. There's a chance you get this re-stealth, right? So you got to mash that re-stealth button. No chance we get the re-stealth. Let's go for a dance. Okay, so we gouge. We're playing Mark for Death. We gouge Mark for Death Kidney. Wait, how the fuck did you do that? Wait, you did. Did you do gouge dance? Damn, he gouged dance kidney. That's a nice play. This guy's high rated. This guy's at least 2K. This dude did something I didn't even think of. That's at least 2K. Honestly, though, honestly, in this situation, as a sub rogue, I'm going with dance, blades, every button, and I'm actually switching the evoker right here. Because if we already broke all of our CC, we're already stacked on the healer. There's a good chance we get a cheap shot into a cold blood secret tech and potentially triple kill these people. So off this kidney, I'm hoping you target this evoker and dance him and get a fat secret tech. That would be insane. Because then the ret's already stunned, so he can't sank it. Let's see.
So on that point, the opener was great. I got the sap, got the gouge on the LE. I danced kidney the red full. Now in this moment I did not notice that my boomkin broke my sap with his sunfire here, and therefore I just committed to the red. But if I had noticed earlier, and that's one thing I do have to work on with myself is my awareness during the game. I find that a problem that I have, I'm not sure if you guys have it as well, is I am kind of tunnel visioning around here, like around here. I'm just watching my combo points really badly, to kind of make sure I'm like mid maxing my damage, and that does result in me missing a lot of information around going on in the game. But if I had noticed that he broke my sap like this, I could have probably just type targeted this evoker while he's kidneyed like he said, and just send a go on him while the red's in CC and the shaman's in CC as well, and probably get a trinket or maybe even Emerald Communion from the Evoker in this opener. So it's worth noting that I think a solution to this as well, to this problem if you have it of where you're staring at your combo points a lot, is to get used to your rotation. This is something I'm trying to practice as well, just to get used to your rotation, and the more used to it you get, the the less time that you have to spend looking at your common points, because you kind of know from instinct. Okay, I will symbols. Okay, I'm playing the rotten up here, as you can see. So every symbol Shadow Strike is gonna crit. It's gonna give me full common points. So I'll be able to evis or do this or do that. Um, and that will just make sure that you have to spend less brain power on looking at your combo points, to make sure that you're seeing that, okay, I'm not investing with four combo points or five. I'm investing with full combo points. um, so I would say that's a big thing that you can do, is just to get used to your keybinds and your rotation as your whatever class that you play, and that will kind of help, on your when you're doing your damage on your goes as a sub rogue, to kind of watch other things going on in the game. But yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, close. I mean, he trinketed and stunned us. We could blind. Yep. Trinkets. Okay. This guy's high rated for sure. Blind here. What do we do now? I like putting ruptures up in solo shuffle. I think ruptures in solo shuffle is good. Kid.
Just a quick note: Rupture in Solo Shuffle, if you are a sub rogue, is good value. It does do a lot of passive damage, especially if you're playing the build with Dark Brew. Even without it, it still does some good damage. So I would recommend, like you said, just to get it up there. I would recommend it in normal threes as um, well, it depends on what comp you're playing, but it just stops you being able to pre your target with like a gouge or something like that to make sure you can't press anything before you go. Um, but in shuffle, you can't really pre anything. You have someone on your team breaking CC or just having dots rolling that's gonna break your CC anyway. So I think it is worth just getting your ruptures out on as many targets as you can, or at the minimum your kill target, just to obviously have that passive damage in and out of your go as well.
Kidney? Bubble?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this lobby's just all over the fucking place. Sub's a lot harder to look at than Assass. Assass is a lot more one dimensional, and Sub's just kind of all over. So I would like rupture here. I'll just rupture this guy. I think our next big CC chain opportunity is at this rate, since they have no trinkets, we could try to look for a gouge healer to kidney shot DPS with a dance, and then you can vanish and actually kidney shot the evoker, and there's a good chance you can 100 ohm. So that would be our next setup, I think, at this point, because there's a lot of ways that the middle game goes, but I would rupture this guy, right? I'd rupture him. It sucks that we keep dotting the healer. Fan of Knives here. This is Fan of Knives, right? Rupture. We got a clone. We can go for the kidney now if we want. Do we have dance? So with this kidney, our dance might reset here. So ideally, we can kidney, dance, cheap the Ellie, and we just win out here, I think. Kidney? Okay. So what happens here is we get the kidney, and then we're spamming backstab, which sucks because I think it's close enough to where we should just throw the vanish here, and then we can just kidney the evoker, right? And then our dance is back, and then we can re-cheap the pally, and that's gonna reset every cooldown, and then we dance cold blood cheap, or dance cold blood secret tech this guy. So this guy's kidneyed, we vanish, kidney off the clone, and then we can hit a re-cheap off this kidney and win with secret tech. Even though he time dilates. I think we win with that. And then we could duel the evoker off that.
Okay, so this is another kind of big mistake that I make. So if I don't really want to go back, but when I kidneyed this red, I think I had about 6 or 7 seconds left on my dance, and if I vanished, I would have got my dance back. So if I had kidneyed and then vanished instantly, I would have got my dance back and my kidney. So I would have been able to kidney the red, and then once the healer comes out of this cyclone here, he has 1 second left. I could kidney him, and we can keep pumping this red. He has pretty much nothing. He is on forbearance too. He can't bop, so he probably would have died right here if I had just sent the vanish a little bit earlier, and done some damage and got my downs back, and then kiddied the healer off this clone. So that was a big mistake that I made here, and it didn't cost us the game. Um, it could have cost us the game, but um, it definitely delayed our kill by a little bit because he has forbearance back soon now, and um not on cooldown, so he'll use that pretty much exactly when forbearance falls off. So that's another big mistake that I do make and that I have to kind of watch for in the future as well.
Right? But we spammed so much energy backstabbing that we're tapped and we didn't get any value here. So we're going to try to force this, I think. And I'm not sure what we're going to do, or we're going to try to reset. Yeah, now okay, so we vanished now. So we got it. Yeah, we got the vanish kitty. Dance, Cold Blood Secret Tech. Yeah, it's just a little late.
Yeah.
So yeah, that timing kind of sucks.
Yeah. So as you saw there, he pretty much got he was almost dead, but his forbearance fell off, and then he was able to use his lay on hands to kind of recover himself while his healer was in that kidney shot. We could have maybe followed it up with a clone or something, but it wouldn't have mattered too much just because the ret was just so healthy at this point. He has his Shield of Vengeance back 2 now, so it's just to go like the opportunity of us killing him is now over. We had that window. I didn't capitalize, unfortunately, and now we have to kind of fall back and reassess what the next play is here.
Okay, so we have blind. So we're looking to get a blind set up here. Hodge. Oh, we should have. Okay, so we should have step kicked this, right? And I gotta say, this is like 2,200 or something plus. So like right here, we have blind, right? In like 5 seconds. So we should have been looking to stop this guy's shroud. Because our win condition is blind, for sure, right? He's got no trinket, no anything. So we definitely kick this shroud. We can even use cloak evasion offensively here. Got Hodge, that sucks. We could trinket and step kick this right here. So now we got to get that shroud off. So it'd be worth to even just throw a gouge into it to try to get that shroud off. Try to get those stacks gone. Damn! Duel to cheap shot the shroud? That was really good. What I would do here instead, though, this is a gamble. That was really smart. So he dueled, cheap shot, and your energy tapped. Then use Symbols of Death for the last cheap shot. And since he's max combo points, I would have actually started this chain instead of with blind. I would start with kidney shot. And I would have done it. I would have done the Symbols cheap shot a little bit quicker, so you have more time to make the decision if you're going to kidney shot this guy or blind him right now. I would go with kidney and immediately dance cheap pally, because if you're trying to get that secret tech burst off, it's not going to break your blind, right? And then blind, and then it's easier for your team to see that you kidneyed them instead of blinding, because otherwise they can't see the guy in duel, so they might be AoEing. So I would kidney here for sure. But we blind.
So that's a really, really important point. So first of all, making sure that I'm using my globals a bit faster in the duel to give me more time to kind of assess and decide what I want to do before I do it. And then, as well as that, to start this CC chain with a kidney is actually very big. It's a good point that he made, saying that my teammates can't see what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, what I want to do, but unfortunately, my team don't know. We don't have any communication to let them know, hey, I'm gonna blind right now. And as you said, they could be AoEing, they could be doing anything, and if this blind breaks, it's just so bad for us. So starting this chain with a kidney shot on the healer, and then starting the ret would have been a lot safer, and then maybe either a blind off, and or maybe I don't think I can sap it. Maybe a blind off or a clone, depending on how things are looking. But from the way that things are looking right now, my guy's in a lasso, very low health. The ret's kind of doing his ret things to him. So it would have been probably not possible to get a clone, so it would have been my blind off that kidney. But yeah, I think that was a really good point. And something else that I have to start doing as well is to try to off CC CC off targets on these kind of goes, because it will be so easy for him to just hex me here on this go, because I have no cloak, I can't trinket, I'm only playing human trinket, and I don't have my human trinket, and it doesn't even get you out of anything but stuns. So if this Ellie had any sort of awareness, he could have just hexed me on this go, and I would have been very, very sad. So good point.
Kenny? This cheap shaman right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, we did okay. Zap. Bops. So like right here, what I would do is I would go for the kidney. So we blind this guy, you should kidney this guy and immediately dance cheap this shaman.
Yeah.
And then you're like full points, and then you get a big cold blood secret tech and shit. So you should have cheap shot this guy. And then once you go for the sap, I would run for re-stealth here. This is where you go for re-stealth, I think. Even though this guy looks like he's dying, they're probably going to live, because even if you run back, you can't really do anything, right?
Yeah.
So instead, you run back here, you hit behind the pillar, you're guaranteed the re-stealth, and then you sap this guy 3 times, and then you could stun him off this and hope that your team is going to kill this guy.
Yeah,
right? Because this guy's bopped. You're walking at this guy with bop. They can't do shit. Instead, you just spam CC here.
yeah. So that's another thing about me being a bit more aware during games, is to notice windows like this where okay, he's bopped. I can't do anything. We have no purges for the bop. Um, the healer's in a sap. I could have stayed back where I sapped him and just gone for a re-stealth pretty easily. I had no dots on me, as you can see here. I could have easily got the re, sapped him 3 times. Not much I could do off that, I think, because what 3 saps is 9, 10 seconds of CC, and my kidney comes off like 3 seconds after that. So I couldn't really do anything off that, but I could hope that my team kind of just does damage and kills him through this bop and all my CC on the evoker maybe. But I think it would be a lot better for me to just CC this guy than run back at the pally with bop and not do anything pretty much. So I definitely agree with that 100%.
Fan of
It's just
knives,
kind of
right? Build
awkward.
fast calm points.
Just kind of awkward.
Yeah, so now this is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to use rupture. We need to use rupture in these situations. This is where you put rupture up. Because it's a lot of passive damage, too, that you're missing out on.
Yep. And
Luckily, our boomkin just smokes him, so it's all good.
yeah.
Guys, should we watch the whole sub VOD? This is definitely some more higher rated stuff. I think I think a SAS gameplay is a bit easier to watch for most people because not everyone's playing sub, and sub is like there's just a lot of like little stuff that changes. But this is definitely a higher rated game. This is 22 for sure, 22-ish I'd say. I'd say this is like 22 to 2400 range. You want to see the MMR? I'm guessing 22 to 2400. I'll skip ahead and see. Damn, 17?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What is going on?
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. How many games do you have played?
I
What the fuck?
I only had at this point I only had 50 games played on this rogue. Um so yeah, not that many. I could have definitely been higher if I had played a bit better, but 50 games, 1700, I wasn't too mad about that one, to be honest.
EU easy? Guys, what the hell is going on Europe? Is the average player skill on Europe much higher? Then what's going on at 3500? How come Europe is so behind at max rating? What's going on here? This is crazy. This is ridiculous.
I wish I could show you the chat while he's talking about this stuff, but
This guy's doing all sorts of crazy shit. What the fuck? This is one round. Maybe this guy had a good game, though. This is insane. What the fuck? Is this Rogue 2.4k XP? What?
um and yeah, that's about it. Unfortunately, he doesn't review the second game. He does decide to kind of go and review more ASA games, as pretty much that's all his chat plays. His ASA right now is just a lot more simpler, one-dimensional spec that it's a bit easier to understand and break down to people. While sub is it's a lot more going on, so the average person really can't keep up with as like keep up as well as watching a sub VOD review. But all in all, I would say the points that he kind of brought up will kind of help me um, improve generally, not just in solo shuffle. Um, just starting from sapping how to sap off of evoker stacks, putting up rupture in solo shuffle to just to have a bit more passive damage. Um, to noticing windows where I can swap to healers if they're stacked on me, or if they're close enough where I can just tap target them without using step or anything to kind of commit to them. Um, what else? Um, Noticing windows where I can just go for CC on healers and try to let my team win the game. Um, like at the end of that game there. Um, what else? I think that was the gist of what he said. Oh, and also to kind of watch my cooldowns better and try to manage them um, uh, a bit more efficiently, i.e., the window where I could have kidneyed the red, vanished, and got my dance back to kidney the healer as well once the healer came out of the cyclone. That would have been so just to be a bit more aware of what's going on, what I have, what I can what I have, what I can do to help us get further ahead in the game as well. Um, but yeah, that will be the end of this video. I really hope that you guys can kind of take something away from this, maybe apply it to your own games to help you kind of get to that next level or next goal that you have for yourself. If you did enjoy this one, leave a comment down below to let me know to do more like these, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.